This property right here used to be a nursing school, but it had to submit to expensive condos or apartments or whatever. There's another small, it used to be a little, I think that used to be the imaging doctor's place. That gave way to that building right there. There's more expensive apartments, because we have about 7 right here on Union, just alone, that they've built. Very expensive housing. Let's see, that's right here where we are. So all this property right here, there's more property. That's over here that you're looking at. That's getting built. Another one that got built here not too long ago. Construction. Very expensive, and very expensive. So we have a lot of expensive apartments, but no affordable housing. Well, I guess minus the 10% that's supposed to be allocated as affordable housing per every construction site, but at a minimal, it's just kind of redonkulous. This is Fuller Seminary property. This is a theological schooling. We have beautiful homes over here. There is a very, very beautiful garden over in here and a little chapel in there. We used to have I'll have to find that video, but we used to have, some didn't like it, but we used to have a sculpture of Christ as he laid on the cross while he's being nailed to the cross by 2 Roman soldiers. It was very moving and very beautiful piece of artwork. But I think when the property got sold and then got taken back, they removed the sculpture, which is kind of strange because this is a theological university. But this was another one of my little Zen spots that I would come here. Some of us, quite a few of us actually, would come here. But these homes are so beautiful. And right over here, they used to also give out food. It was mainly for the students here, but they didn't turn anybody away. These homes are just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It's just so super serene. Whew. I'm having a hard time breathing today. This whole property is really beautiful. So that was Oakland and Union, and we're coming up over here on Oakland and Walnut. This over here ahead of me, this is Lucky Boy. Best damn place for breakfast. See there? We got so many high-priced building projects here. Another one over there. Another one that they completed just down the street. I think 2 more that are being done over here on Union. The one that they finished, 2 places that are the same property management but on different blocks. Those were finished maybe 7 years ago, I want to say, thereabouts. But either way, Lucky Boy, great French toast and the best damn breakfast burritos. Huge. It's expensive now. It is, really. I haven't been here. I had a couple of friends that worked here, waitresses and cashiering and stuff like that. I haven't actually been here in just a few years, but I used to always come here, and the the ladies were just great. They would just give me extra butter because they knew that I loved butter on my French toast. Real and real butter, not imitation, not margarine, but real butter. And they're always hiring here, so if you're looking for a job, this place is always looking for cooks. They're always short in supply, and they pay a premium, almost $20 plus in some instances, depending on experience and kitchen experience. So the original is on Arroyo Parkway down south behind me, but this place is just fabulous. Yum. This is Walnut and Los Robles. That is a great horn. This area right here is all my old place where I don't like to say live, but this is where I used to lay my head at night. This is the first congregational church, established in 1927, and gas is quickly going up. There's where we stand out now. The Shell gas station behind me down the street was for almost 2 weeks at $5.09. It's jumped almost 12 cents in the last 2 or 3 days, actually. And unfortunately, this is where my accomplishments of sin used to be. This is where I used to get my alcoholic beverages, unfortunately. That is the expensive property apartments right there. Over $2,000 for less than like 300 square feet. That's owned by Fuller Seminary. And this here is the Kaiser Permanente. Had a lot of homeless friends passed out and drunk over here. That is the old Houston's barbecue house. They closed down many years. Great barbecue. I've eaten here a couple of times. Kind of knew that they were on their way out when one day appeared, and on the doors they started putting up that they were only accepting cash. When a place starts to say that, you kind of know that they're on their skids. They've lost their credibility there in the sense that they can no longer afford to be responsible for the credit or debit card fees. So yeah. And there is City Hall. All Saints Church is right over there. Actually, this whole property right there, including the parking lot, is owned by All Saints. This little place right there on the corner, that is the original Union Station Homeless Services. So right there, that is the original Union Station Homeless Services. Union Station Homeless Services, many millennia ago, was started actually by All Saints Church, and then they started within the church, and then they moved it over here, and then after a lot of much to do, it was handed over to kind of like the city, and then it was bought out, and then it was taken over by, I guess, whatever, independent or city-owned services. I'm not really sure. I don't care. This is the Superior Court here. We have many high-profile cases here. And this is the old probation office that was long since closed down, and they had moved the probationary services to San Fernando. So in fact, when we were sleeping here, a lot of people would not know that. So they had signs, but you had to look for it in the front over here. And yeah, it's a nice area. Euclid and Walnut. So this was kind of our little sanctuary in the sense, when it rained really hard during the season, we used to sleep in the back, but it would get so flooded out that the water level would come up and start to pool. So then we would all have to congregate over here and sleep under this eaves over here. And it was really hard because even if the wind was blowing and it was raining overnight, we'd still get soaked. So This is our old sleeping grounds. This is where I got my face bashed in, and me ended up starting to vlog pretty much on a regular basis of homelessness. And there used to be a parking service here that I used to work part-time here. I'd work 6 hours, 4 to 6 hours, and the guy used to only give me $4. But it was only mainly, I used to work here because they would rent out this place for the parking services, but I worked so that we had permission for us to sleep here. So I actually labored for us to live here, or sleep here, as it were. And this is where we would get together during the daytime and have our little get-togethers. We used to have a big, beautiful tree here, and they took out. We had another tree that they took out, and they said it was because the trees were diseased, and actually they were wrong in saying that. They kind of lied. They took it out because when we weren't here, there were a lot of other homeless. Oh, look at the possum. See him? He's like, what are you doing? But anyway, the city kind of wanted to keep a better eye on us. A lot of officials over here at the Superior Court wanted to make sure that we weren't doing anything wrong. It was mainly because a lot of the other homeless people that we didn't allow to associate with us, because they would stir up a lot of crap and cause a lot of crap. And a lot of criminals used to kind of want to hide over here and try to mingle with us, and we wouldn't allow that because we had permission, more or less, if we kept things clean and cool and toned down. Some of the library officials would allow us. I mean, we were great friends with the security and stuff like that, but they allowed us to do what we needed to do. They knew us, and some of us would sleep down in here, and I used to actually for a long time sleep over there until we moved over there, and then I started working for permission to sleep on this property. So this is the main central branch library of Pasadena. Very, very historic building. It's been closed since the pandemic started 2 years ago, and it's permanently closed because they want to retrofit. Well, they're vying to retrofit this library, but they kind of can't because it's a historical building. And if you know anything about that, you really just can't up and do it. They actually, they couldn't even modernize the bathroom in here, and it's quite cruddy. But they couldn't even modernize the bathroom facilities here because it's a historic building. So this is where we would, at 9 a.m. when the library was getting open, we would line up here and wait for them to open. There used to be a groovy little coffee shop in there. But unfortunately, after the proprietor's daughter had passed away, they soon kind of closed down. It's very, very sad when that happened. And as you can see, there is the warning that they have to stipulate. So this is sadly, this has been closed for quite a while. I think they still do have checkout books. You kind of have to do it online, and then you go around towards the back and pick up your books. But a lot of us homeless folks used to sleep here. Used to sleep over here in the windows, right around the corner. That's the Pasadena Police Department. some of the more rowdy homeless used to sleep over on this side and create such a mess. We had a lot of people that would try to pitch tents, and we would tell them, hey, don't do that. Oh, well, F you. Well, no, because, Pasadena has this thing where if you're going to be homeless, just don't be seen. And as soon as somebody would pitch a tent, the department would come over here and say, hey, you can't do that. This is another city-owned. This is kind of like where you pay your traffic tickets or your violations. People used to sleep in that little area over there. But it's really nice. This is the route of the Gold Line right here. Going that way is east, coming this way is south, and then it goes into Union Station train station. Now, we used to have a historic building over here, but it was moved and this had been in the works for just a few short years. They want to put in more high-priced housing, and they want to aim it so you're locally close to the Gold Line and easy access to public transportation. In fact, Holly Street Apartments, part of the selling point for these apartments right here was that the fact that the Gold Line station is just right over here. Live and they can get public transportation. Memorial Park is over here, and Marston's coffee shop is right over here too. Marston's restaurant right over here. They did allow homeless folks to sleep on the front porch. In fact, during the rainy season, they would be kind enough to pull down the wind blockers or the weather blockers. But we had a lot of people, a lot of unruly homeless that would defecate and just tear up the place, and then they just put a kibosh on this, on the courtesy. So that was quickly ruined, and especially during the lockdown, that was a big no-no. Memorial Park, there's the Armenian Memorial. Holly Street. This is Walnut looking east. This is St. Andrew's Catholic Church where I go, and on Wednesdays and Saturdays, depending on my need, I go over here and we get food and stuff like that. So remnants of a angry homeless, a broken vodka bottle, and there's. Hey folks, how you doing? Welcome back. It's Charlie. It is Tuesday morning. I think it's still Tuesday morning. It is about, what time is it? It is 11:35 in the morning, May 3rd, 2022. It's a little overhazy, but it's getting quite warm. Oh, I'm having a hard time breathing. I was looking on my hospital release papers. Yeah, I'm still diagnosed after they did the CAT scans. It goes on to talk about a lobe place in my lungs, diagnosed with ectaliasis, or I guess the beginnings of lung cancer, or mesothelioma. I never was diagnosed with that until Carla moved in here, and she was doing her heavy smoking and her crack smoking and her drug smoking. So, and then it just got super inflamed after being vaccinated. So that really just didn't help. It just intensified everything else. So, our numbers here in Los Angeles are going up. I think within the last couple days and overnight, our infection rate to the COVID is 500 and something. And the schools, they say that it's because of the Easter or the spring breaks, kids are more infected. And it's like, they're always focusing on the kids. Whatever. I've had it with this mess. I've really had it. No more vaxi for this cat. That thing I was lucky to survive that. I'm grateful that I'm actually able to see again, you know. That was just this, you know, coming up in June is, well, May 4th or 5th is when I got my first dose, you know, and I was starting to get all this other crap and still struggling to get to and from work at Target and diagnosed. And I had to get the second shot because I was still working, because Newsom was saying, no, now it's going to be definitely mandatory. So, and Target was really pushing it and stuff like that. So I ended up, and I'm not going to lie, you know, I got scared, not so much as for the COVID. I got scared because of not being able to work. So I ended up having to take that second jab in June. And then that's just when I couldn't continue anymore. You know, I mean, I couldn't ride my scooter anymore. My sensitivity to light was just so bad, you know. That's when I started to wear the sunglasses, and then I went to the darker ones, and I was wearing the super dark, sporty looking, cool sunglasses and everything. And you know, I hadn't been able to ride the scooter, well, you know, and then I had the flat tire, and it's still down. So I know some of you folks said, well, Charlie, sell it. No, I'm not going to sell it. It's under warranty. I'm waiting for a certain someone who purchased the scooter for me to get me, because Segway wants proof of purchase, and I have to take a picture of the battery serial number so I can send it back. And I have to send, luckily I still have the box for the scooter, but I have to send the scooter back to Segway at my cost. So that's going to be I got another year because it's still under warranty. So that's why I haven't really done anything. But I guess, you know, having to change the tire and everything, I guess I kind of voided the warranty because I made altercations because I did that. But, you know, I had no idea that it was under warranty. So we'll see. We'll see where that stands. Either way, if I take it to the Culver City Segway store, they want about $160 just to look at the vehicle and have it diagnosed. Just to have it diagnosed. It's $160 right off the bat. Because I keep getting that code error, so code 18. Segway offices tell me that it's a battery issue. And it's like, well, how long have you had it? And I go, I haven't even had it a year. I haven't even been riding it for a year. So I don't understand how it could be the battery. So I've done everything that I was supposed to do. Not charge it overnight, really, so it doesn't get overcharged and wear out the battery. Same thing that applies to cell phones. You're not really supposed to charge it overnight. Once you get the signal from your cell phone that it's fully charged, you're supposed to take it off the charger. But how many of us do that, you know? So, oh yeah, it's warming up quite a bit. But anyway, that's it, my friends. Just a little walk around. And her son came in early, very early this morning, and he had all his crap laid out on the front room. And first thing that comes to mind is like, oh crap, more roaches in the house. I don't know how long we're supposed to, you know, my housemate and I are supposed to endure being sacrificed at the altar just to make way for her ass, that's not even recognized by Union Station Homeless Services as being a client. That contract's gone. She's voided out her lease, but yet she still remains. It's like I said, the politics here in Pasadena is just whatever. They announced on Pasadena Now, I'm going to see if I can't find that they're wanting to, lift the eviction moratorium. So I'm happy for that. I mean, I do expect actually, and I was expecting for all of us to get evicted, but my housemate and I are the only ones in that household who still have representation and whose rent are still being subsidized. So I don't know. Here in Pasadena also, they gave the green light for churches that have property to be able to put up affordable housing or temporary housing or whatever. So in this parking lot right here, this is a huge parking lot. We used to have carnivals here. So I kind of expect that maybe St. Andrews may or may not provide, because this parking lot, there's very, very few cars now post-COVID opening that attend here, and I don't see any carnivals coming back here in the future. So I might as well just utilize this for whatever. And some of the other larger churches around here too, I don't know if they're going to participate on that. It's, tax exemption, less taxes that they have to pay, or none at all. Again, being Pasadena, I don't know. It's hard to stay up with the politics here. It's just all so confusing. Brain farts occur when they start talking about all this crap. So I don't know. I'm so sick and tired of this BS. I'm just trying to be diligent and everything. So I already heard word from one of the prospective employers. Says, what's your availability? Other than it's the 5th. So I told him, I go, other than the 5th, my schedule is quite open. I have to go back to Hollywood for the doctor's examination on post-surgery. So hoping to get released, though I have to take my paperwork from Huntington that shows about the blood pooling, and I have to show him what they found. So we'll see what that happens. I really don't think it's anything serious. I just want to get released from that so I can have a medical release that I'm legitimately okay to go back to work, because I don't want to go to work and heaven forbid something happens and then it's like, well, you didn't tell us. So if you didn't tell us, we have grounds to not, to terminate you. So, and I like to have that clarity, with the exception of working at Sugarfish, because I was homeless, and I was very, very clean as can be. So I was in our little group, even my friends were like, oh wow, Charlie, he's homeless, but he's working, he's working at a sushi restaurant and all this, and he's doing all the right things that he needs to do to get up and out of the situation. Pretty soon Carlos is going to have his own place, and he's going to have a harem of women, and he's going to be riding around in a sports car. My friends were just, I love those guys. I love all my friends, especially at Starbucks. Charlie, is there anything we can get for you? I'm just like, not really. I'm okay. I got my coffee. What you got? No, I'm fine. I got my little Hostess honey bun here that I got at the 99-cent store. Those things are so damn sweet now to me. So yeah, I've been trying. I'm still here, being a stubborn ass. As the walls cave around me, I'm still trying to throw the bricks out of my way and lift the granite stones, as heavy as they may be, you know, get them out of my way so I can climb out of this pit, you know. And if I get this job, you know, then I could just have the food stamps turned off again. And I know I'm going to hear some crap from them. Well, Charlie, you know, the last time we did this, you know, it wasn't too long ago. 2 years. 2.5 years of being self-sustained and employed and taking care of myself and paying my portion of rent. You guys have never heard of me for, well, it took like several months because they didn't want to give me, because they said that my income was too great. I'm like, I haven't been working in months, so what income are you speaking of? So it's kind of weird because they, for some reason or another, my ex-wife and my daughter are on my record, my social, that I'm taking care of them or that she's taking care of me. It's all very weird. I just don't understand the cross connections. And each and every time I would tell them, get them off. They're no longer in this state. They're somewhere else. My wife and my daughter are taking care of themselves, so I don't understand. Anyway, you folks take care of yourselves, take care of each other, but always take care of yourselves first. Love one another, trust one another, be kind to each other, help one another. Don't take today for granted or any other day thereafter. Whew. Live for the moment, pull down your pants and slide on that ice. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing, what we're doing, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button. Tell your friends and family about me, about us, what's going on, and yeah, just a little local walk around. I'm coming back from the church. I'm stocking up because it does look like that we may get shut down here. They're certainly pushing it every morning. This morning, it's quite scary. They want to. They're starting with the local businesses and stuff like that. More and more businesses are starting to insist that you mask up and everything. And then they're talking about, oh, well, you know, we have to think about the employees and everything else. And it's like, that's the first telling signs that, you know, they want to shut down. So whether it'll happen or not, I don't know. I'm kind of in the sense that it may happen. So I don't know. This California is just is so unrecognizable. And then with the gas going up again, sheesh. So it's quite sad. You folks really want to move back out here? I want to get the heck out of here. More so, if anything, until I become financially stable enough, hopefully again, if I get the job and I get moved out of here, and hopefully down to Montebello over here, one of the neighboring cities. We'll see. I just got to get out of this nut house, because my housemate every morning, you know, it's just, and every night, it's just so unpredictable with her. We can't get help, you know. Union Station can't physically, and the police, they say, well, you know, that's still, Charlie, you know, the landlord has to kick them out. Well, the landlord's not, well, you know, that's on the landlord. Well, there's stolen property, there's stolen bicycles. Well, we can't do anything about the stolen property or the stolen bicycles, no matter how much proof you show us. That's on the landlord. See, this is just screwed up. It's all on the landlord. Ay. Anyway, comments, good or bad, please post. And I'm sure we're going to have some comments from Kelly K there. I like that. That was cute. Well, no comment. Well, no comment is a comment. Yeah, well, I guess, and the other one was, you know, maybe they're hoping for something. It's like, I don't have anything to offer a woman other than good conversation and friendship, I don't have anything to offer a woman, and I'm not gonna blindside a woman for anything. I'm not gonna fool a woman that's like, hey, wanna come hang out with me? I got about $3 left on my EBT. I'm not gonna do that shit. All right, folks, I will post as soon as I can, and I'm trying to see about another little venture. It's still early enough, I hope. Yeah, I got to recharge this phone, so I'll talk to you then. Love you all. Stay safe, be smart, and above all else, be kind. Bye-bye.